I love it when the elevator music fades out at such a perfect time. No, app, I don't want to rate you right now. Sorry. Hey, everybody. Watchtower database that are watching. Welcome back to another week of Twitch streams. We are reading Justice League Adventures number 14 today. Been doing this for 14 weeks now. I don't know why that's substantial to me, but usually we peter off of stuff like this before that sort of time. Yeah, Aquaman is doing a T-pose, just barely. We'll count it. We gotta start we gotta start keeping track in the spreadsheet of every T-pose in the DCAU. We'll do a whole video on that. Yeah, today's issue is very Aquaman heavy. It is. Let me go through the credits here for you real quick. Oh, I always do that. Always do that. Hit F11, James, not escape, you silly pants. Issue 14 was written by Matthew Manning, who we have had the pleasure of speaking with a few times. Mostly Ted, because he lives in the same town as Matthew Manning, but I have also had the pleasure of speaking with him uno times, and he is the writer. You probably know him best recently, at least, from the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures tie-in comic from 2016. I can't believe it was that long ago already. But he also worked on Beware the Batman tie-in comic, The Batman Strikes, which was the tie-in comic to The Batman. Of course, Justice League Adventures, Spider-Man Unlimited. Wonder where they got that name from. Actually, I don't know which came first. It might have been Spider-Man. And a bunch of other stuff. He's a really cool guy. He has potentially a world record-breaking Batman collectibles collection in his house. I don't think he wants to make that extremely public until he has everything. But Ted has been over to his house to see it and has reported that it is extremely impressive. So hopefully someday we'll see that, and maybe we'll see it in a Guinness book or something. Drawn by John Delaney. You can find him at... Oh, by the way, Matthew Manning is at matthewkmanning.blogspot.com. Ironically, this coming Sunday's video brings up how Blogspot is sort of an outdated blogging website. But anyway, John Delaney... he has some of the Taco Bell Batman Robin peel winter coupons. Yeah, see, it's a very deep collection. John Delaney is the artist for this issue. We've also spoken with him at Emerald City Comic Con. He was the primary artist on Adventures in the DC Universe, which was a pseudo tie-in comic to the DCAU. You are probably familiar with it. He's at John Delaney 40 on Instagram. There are a lot of John Delaneys on Instagram. I always have to look up exactly which one he is to advertise him to you. But he will post semi-regular artwork that he's done on various Cartoon Network-related comics. So pretty cool stuff. You can find a lot of his Justice League Adventures in the DCU stuff. He's very proud of that, his time on that stuff. Looks like, I guess, he's also drawn some of the more recent kids' books as well within the last few years. This looks like one of them, ones from like 2008, 2009 era, but still. So great stuff. Really cool people on this issue. I can't remember if it was Matthew Manning or John Delaney because we've spoken to both of them, who talked about like, oh, I wonder who this bad guy is. Such a mystery. You definitely can't tell who that is. And that they were kind of upset about that, but it is what it is. Alright, well, we're going to read through this twice, as usual. One time just reading it. Second time, we're going to be taking notes on everything ever. All the appearances of characters, locations, objects, anything that's not canon to the cartoons. At least that sticks out as like heavily, obviously not canon. Any references to in-show events, I assume we'll probably get a reference or two to The Enemy Below, or at least It'll be implied that this is after the enemy below. I'm not sure. Any references to time passing concrete is like characters that we know for sure started at this point or whatever. Pop culture, weather, and anything else. So let us get started. After I read it the first time, I'm going to do a quick commercial break. So stick around for that, through that, so we get a few little pennies out of that. But let's get started with Justice League Adventures number 14. Gotham City. So then I find out she has a boyfriend. Jeez, and all this time she's been cheating? So what are you gonna do about it? Well, I'm going out with a few friends tomorrow after work, and I think she'll be there. Maybe I can talk to her. Just remember, it's a bad sign if you show up and she's there with a boyfriend. It'll be a worse sign if I show up, she's with a boyfriend, and she points to me and says, "That's him, that's..." Wait a second. There's something you don't see every day. Whoa, you don't see a lot of whales around Gotham. And hey, look, there's another one. That's amazing. And look at that, another. Wait a second. Oh boy, we've got a situation here. Yeah, it must be. No, that was Apex City, remember? Justice League in An Angry Tide. Oh, Unangry Tide. Thanks, world's finest. I gotta put un in front of stuff now. Angry Tide, take me by the hide. Here we go. I read you. This is Jean in the Watchtower. What do you need, Batman? Gotham's under an attack of sorts. In the past few weeks, the reservoir, hydroelectric plant, and harbor have been hit. Badly. When you say hit, you mean assaulted by sea life. Sharks, whales, squids. The casualties are in the hundreds. Parts of the city are out of power. People are leaving Gotham by the truckloads, especially those in seaside residential areas. Whoomp! And of course there's also looting. But I'm dealing with it. If this is who I think it is, I'm going to need a little help. One moment, Batman. Distress call on line 3. It was the Flash. Level 2 emergency on the Gotham public... Oh, it is public. I almost read it as pubic beach. Public beach off Tricorner. He said he's going to need a lot of backup. Need help? Welcome to the chaos. You guys took your own sweet time getting here, didn't you? And a bunch of stuff going on. Lantern and Wonder Woman. Rope up as many of those sharks as you can. Superman and Flash, get those people out of the water. Manhunter and Hawkgirl, help the people on shore with the starfish. Boy, he's bossy today. His city, his rules. Miss, please stay still. Slurp. Am I right in thinking who's behind all this? Let's hope not. I'm sure he... Bam! Aquaman. Sploosh. Okay, so my Aquaman voice of choice is going to be based on Miguel Ferrer, who did Aquaman's voice in Superman the Animated Series, who's also the voice of the soldier from the mountains, Mulan, bad guy. So, because I don't know if I could do the other guy. Next time I use the other hand. He's also Vandal Savage in Young Justice. Let's get this over with. Fash. Now where... Aquaman, stop! What is this about? What is it about? What is this about? How about the thousands of fish that Gotham kills every day just to consume like savages? Or the marine life forced to relocate or die off just so you people can put your feet in the water or work on your tan? Good thinking, guys. Right where we want him. You're supposed to be an advanced species. Flash, no! You have other options. What were you thinking? Huh, whoa! What the heck is that? And where did Aquajerk go? Ignore Aquaman. Get the rest of the people out of the water, now! Flash, you alright? Batman, what's happening? Something in the water, bats. Some kind of poison from marine life, algae maybe. You and the others didn't come in contact with it. Get these people to a hospital. We'll reconvene later. at the watchtower. Yeah, careful, Aquaman. They're stronger than you. This doesn't make sense. Batman? That was red tide, a poisonous cloud of red algae caused by dinoflagellate blooming. But blooming shouldn't occur during summer. So Aquaman controlled the algae like he does fish, told it to bloom or something. That's just it. Aquaman can't control plant life, even if it is marine. Computer, last news footage of subject, Aquaman. Nothing exciting. Oh, nothing exciting here. That's interesting. This situation doesn't feel very Aquaman. Computer, pause. Aw, cute. A fan. Computer, zoom on quadrants 2 and 3. Didn't figure for a peeping Tom, Batman. As I suspected. He's being used by Poison Ivy. Dump, bump, burp. Soon. And Flash is doing okay? The doctors won't know for sure for a few hours, but I guess we got everyone to the hospital in time. That algae can be fatal. I hope Batman's making the right call on this one. This is the last of these distress alerts I'd like to get. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure Batman has things under control. Crack. Welcome to the party. Get these people to safety. I thought he was throwing the jellyfish. Jesus, Batman. Fash. Someone keep an eye out for Aquaman. I have him, Green Lantern. But even in his angered state, he won't be able to touch me. That's the last of the civilians. Good. Now get Aquaman. Batman, are you all... Whoomp. Splotch. Splurge, splooch. This ends now, Aquaman. I agree. But don't forget your friend. Batman! Crash! Whoosh! How's Batman? One moment. Zap! I'm fine. You have him? He hasn't gone far. Looks like you were right, Batman. He's heading towards some type of greenhouse. I also thought she looked like Lois Lane, yeah. Okay, let's do this. Ah, my Sea King, returning from another success, I hope. I just love my toxic lipstick. Don't have to bother with all that small talk. It's really much better this way. Course you're convinced you're doing the right thing, my little lapdog. So righteous. But first you need to drink up. Just so my toxin stays in your bloodstream. Wouldn't want you giving up on our dream, would I? And you are, you know. Gotham's an island. So we just keep on attacking the borders, work our way in. Soon it'll be just you, me, and the plant life. Your dream, but not Gotham's. No! This can't... No! No! Roombra! Lantern, Hawkgirl, now! Crash! What have you done to Aquaman? You're sure this will work? The needle's made of an experimental alloy. It ought to break his skin. I'm talking about the antitoxin. For that, we'll have to wait and see. Hurrah! Forget it, Ivy. This stops now. I said before that being an advanced species means you get to have options. You should exercise yours sometime. Later. So the fish guy was pretty mad, huh? To say the least. He did ask how you were doing before returning to Atlantis, though. Well, the doctor says I'll be out of here in a few days. Guess with my accelerated metabolism and all, that red tide thing went right through me. But hey, where's Bats? He too good to visit a guy whose life he saved? Well, you know Batman. His city, his rules. The end. Wow, that went by really fast. That was such a quick nothing issue. Sorry, John Delaney. Matthew, man. Yeah. pretty uneventful for the timeline and that kind of thing. But that was Justice League Adventures 14, I suppose. Yeah, let me see what we got going on in the chat before I switch to a quick commercial break. Spider-Man came first. Yeah, I kind of figured. And time to Google how common whales are around New York to see if this remark breaks the canon. Yeah, let me know, Danny. Poison Ivy didn't peg Aquaman as an eco-terrorist. Did the woman in Superman's arms look? Yeah, Lois. Peter didn't like that. Yeah, I thought that about Sea King also. Is this set in Earth 3? Why are we asking this? I don't know. Homewrecker Ivy. I kind of wish that different female villain was used instead of Ivy, who gets used really often. The DCU Queen Bee, maybe. Yeah. Do a second one. Nah. Well, at least nothing. This issue isn't likely to upset canon. Yeah, the only weird thing that I noticed was Poison Ivy's skin is like normal skin color, but that was a kind of a fluctuating thing. I was using that originally as a like timeline clue for when she's a plant clone and when she isn't. But during all the like Gotham Adventures, Batman Adventures Volume 2. Well, not Batman Adventures Volume 2, because that was definitely a clone. But like Gotham Adventures, this comic, there's a few others where she just has her like normal skin tone, human skin tone, despite it probably happening during a time where she's a clone, like this one. So not really anything to to hinge the timeline on after all, and it'll just be kind of one of those yellow bat suits sort of things. If we're in Gotham, we're either before December 2000 or after June 2001. I guess so, because of just the Justice League existing, or is there another reason that I'm missing for that? I have a feeling this might be based on one of the Ivy episodes that Bruce Timm rejected. I think that it's the only JLA comic that's included in the JL guidebook. I hope that's not a time... Outlaw, right. I hope that's not a timeline of events in that thing, because that would probably... No, well, the Justice League guidebook is almost exclusively based on Justice League Adventures. There's a handful of references to the show, but like those guidebooks are almost always like the animated series guide, but then it'll just be mostly about the tie-in comics for some reason. Like so and so fought this character once. It was a doozy in some little caption, but it will be only something from the comic. I don't know why they did that, but anyway, real quick, gonna switch to a 1-minute commercial. So stick around, and then we'll be back to go through it again for canonicity notes. So BRB, all right? And we are back. Alrighty. I know sometimes it doesn't show the ad for some people. Sometimes it does. But just in case, the little bit of income flow is pretty nice. So, I'm going to close out of these couple tabs. We're going to go through the issue again and take notes on everything. So we got Gotham City to start. Was that the ad you got? Was a Chex video game? Or this is probably a joke that I missed because that seems to happen. Oh, no. All right. Well, Chex Quest. We should do a Chex Quest live stream during. Oh, that's something I should mention real quick for the 9 people who are here. We'll be bringing it up many more times in little promos on the channel. I'll probably put up a video all about just that soonish. September 17th is the 5-year anniversary of the Watchtower Database YouTube channel, and we are going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. Definitely here on Twitch. It'll probably be co-streamed to YouTube, but Twitch is going to be the place to be during the stream. So we're going to be doing giveaways. We're going to be doing a lot of special guest appearances. We already have confirmed Susan Eisenberg, Dan Reba, and Eric Carrasco, who's the writer of Justice League vs. the Fatal Five, as well as a handful of YouTubers and content creators. I don't want to name names just yet, just in case, because we're getting the schedule figured out still. But that's going to be, a whole entire day of awesome DCAU stuff. We'll probably, we haven't talked about this part yet, but my thought process on it is since it's on a Thursday, believe it or not. That's the day that Maddie normally streams, and we're talking about probably doing it around noon to start. So I'm guessing that week we'll probably just take streaming from all of us off, just to kind of prep and make sure everything's ready for that giant stream on Thursday. Again, that is September 17th. It's a little while from now, but yeah, there is going to be a lot of awesome stuff going on, Q&As, and we're going to do all sorts of cool panels, quote unquote, and things like that. So I don't have a ton of information yet because we just started figuring this out over the last couple of days, but it's going to be really sweet. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. So keep that in mind for September 17th because it's Thursday. Watchtower Database birthday live stream. All right, so anyway, Gotham City. Are either of these guys named? I don't think they are. I think they're just random dudes. This is the stuff where I wish we could see like the script, what they're named as, just like Fisherman 1, Fisherman 2, or something like that. But since they have speaking lines, I'm going to do Gotham Fisherman. And then Gotham Fisherman's girlfriend is mentioned. Maddie's over there rolling his eyes that I'm, including stuff of this level, but I roll my eyes when Maddie doesn't. So... so I have a month and a half to plan to take a day off. I shall try not to forget. Yeah, I suppose you do. I know there's going to be a lot in the live stream thing. There's going to be a lot of like heavy panel, cool stuff going on during the time of day where people would normally be awake. And then in the later hours where we're just fighting to stay awake, I'm sure that'll just kind of be time that we're hanging out and just talking with you guys and whatever's going on, whoever's here. Maybe it'll just be one person a couple of the hours, but whatever. Okay. These blue whales, well, I can't remember what the heck. Humpback whales is what I think is what they are. Is what they're intended to be. Yeah, that's kind of seeming like what. Well, it looks like maybe there's a hand. Yeah, there's like orcas. There's a bunch of different stuff. I'm just gonna put whales. Specific species of each. Well, okay. I don't know if I can do that. I know we got humpback whales. We got orca. So let's give it a shot. We got humpback whales. We got orcas. Let's see. Species of whales. See if I can identify them by... Okay, this looks like... I was kind of thinking one of these might be a beluga whale just based on the shape of the top of them. Like this guy doesn't really... The humpback whale doesn't really have... But it could be a sperm whale. I'm gonna say these rounder ones are sperm whales, and then these guys here are blue whales, because I think those are smaller.
Good job, Robin.
Good job, Robin. Thank you, Pop Culture Fan 03, for following. I'm not going to identify these fish. But we do have Gotham Harbor here that they're at. They're in. Okay. Batman. Now, this gang is not named, so or like have any distinct markings. So I'm not gonna try to figure that out. Batman. And all these guys down here are going to appear at some point, so I'm just going to go ahead and add them in. We got Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, John Jones, and Aquaman. Okay. Unangry Tide. There we go. And we got Watchtower. The Watchtower has... I'm going to go ahead and put this in the non-canon part, but it's not a huge thing. We haven't seen every room of the Watchtower. Watchtower has some monitor rooms we've never seen on the show. Green or red glowing rooms. Doesn't mean those rooms didn't exist in the cartoon version. Okay. Get off this whale page. Gotham's under attack. The past few weeks... Okay, so... Gotham has been under attack by sea life over the past few weeks. And what does he mention? The reservoir, hydroelectric plant, and harbor. So the harbor we already saw. Gotham Reservoir and Gotham Hydroelectric Plant. Foreshadowing for the plant lady to be the bad guy. Whoa. Okay. Sharks are mentioned. Hell yeah. Sharks mentioned. Squids are mentioned. Gotta get those squid appearances right on that website. Casualties. The casualties are in the hundreds. Oh my god. What? Wait, casualty doesn't necessarily mean death, does it? It just means, like, injured. Okay. It's like, Aquaman should probably get a little bit more than, like, a slap on the wrist for just murdering hundreds of people. People are leaving town by the truckloads, especially those in seaside residential areas. Gotham Public Beach off Tri-Corner. Okay. Gotham Public Beach Tri-Corner mentioned. I can't imagine hundreds of people murdered by starfish. It happened in Justice League Adventures number 5 with Starro the Conqueror. Alright. There's sharks. There's squids. We got starfish. Starfish, and we can take off the mentioned. We've got Batman's jet. Oh, what is it called? Jet. Oh, jet wing. That's what it is. Jet wing. Okay. Don't think there's anybody. These people are so happy to be picked up by Superman. Like, hell yeah, I got Superman out of this. Anything else? don't really see anything on this page. Okay. Ooh, John Jones using heat vision. John Jones uses heat vision on a starfish. He don't have that power, says Bruce Timm. We got more starfish on people's faces. Okay. This is what causes people to leave Gotham by the truck. Yeah, this one. Oh, the sharks, but not the Joker blowing up stuff or, yeah. Batman shark repellent, yep. Okay. I already got orcas and sharks. Let's get this over with. Aquaman. Thousands of fish Gotham kills every day just to consume like savages, or the marine life forced to relocate. Ooh, this is a Professor Zoom cameo right here. Remember when you were trying to punch Aquaman? It was me, Wally. We have other options. Okay, and then we got Red Tide going on here. I think it was like called like red algae or something like that. We'll find out here in a second. Okay. Watchtower. That was Red Tide, a poisonous cloud of red algae. Yeah, I'll just. This is Red Tide. Blooming shouldn't occur during summer. Okay. So. It's summer. Well, let's see. Batman says blooming shouldn't occur during summer. So it's summer. Which I guess would have to mean it's if we're pre-Starcross, this is summer 2001. I think that's our only summer during Justice League original series time. I guess it could be summer 2002, but I feel like Starcross is in like spring 2002 or something like that. Maddie could tell me, but I don't know if he's still here. Oh, it totally did. Thank you. Let's flip that back. There we go. Thank you. I'm not paying attention to that. Okay. This algae isn't a plant. Now, if it shows a little buffer wheel, that's totally the app that I use for the webcam. Algae is a simple, non-flowering, and typically aquatic plant of a large group that includes seaweeds and many single-celled forms. So there you go. Okay. Last news footage of Aquaman's Venice. I assume this is Venice Beach? New Venice. Okay, maybe, I guess this is a different place, like New Cuba or something like that. New Venice. Is this a place that exists? I don't think it does. New Venice. New Venice Pizza. Oh. It's a DC location. Okay. It's the adoptive home of Aquaman, Mira, and Aqualad. Okay, so it's like comic book Aquaman's classic, like everybody's got to have a hometown kind of thing. So that's interesting. We kind of put that in other notes here. Aquaman is being celebrated in New Venice, which was the home of Aquaman, Mira, and Aqualad in the comics. well, in the 50s. So, God, that's so. My internet died for seemingly no reason. That's the first time that that's happened to me. I know we get that happening with the other data boys every once in a while, some sort of weird technical glitch. But it had to happen to me at some point. I feel like it had something to do with today I was using my third monitor over here for it's my drawing pad. I was using that as a third screen, I guess, for Streamlabs to do some, off-screen tinkering that you guys can't see. But maybe that was too much for computer to handle, so I won't do that again. That's the only outlier that I can think of. So anyway, let me get back to where we were. We are at this issue. Yeah, maybe. You'll never know my secrets. So let me get back to, you're going to see some behind the scenes of the Google Drive here. BTAC number 9 notes. Watched our database 5th anniversary notes. Oh my gosh, don't look at that. Alright, we're back at scroll. I'm a scroll. That's the secret. Okay, what was I doing? I was trying to figure out when the hell the Silver Age was, and then everything died. So let's see. Is that where it died for you guys? Was me going to Google and typing Silver Age and hitting enter, and then I just disappeared? Because that's what happened for me. Anyway, yeah. Silver Age was... Oh my god, just tell me the time period. Oh, comics time period. Okay. 1956 to 1970, and this New Venice DC is 1959. Okay, so it is a Silver Age thing. Okay, Silver Age comics. No, it was right. I noticed it immediately because I hit Silver Age and everything just conked out. I typed it in and it went away. But I did not notice that my camera was on till her camera was off till Maddie said something, so who knows. Anyway, we're back here. So I've got New Venice. For the first time, I'm going to have to combine stream videos of my own stream. New Venice, Key to the City. I'm going to say... I'm just going to add this in here. Interesting that Aquaman is being celebrated by the surface at all. I mean, even as late as Justice League Unlimited, when he's a member of the Justice League, he's not like this public. I mean, I guess he could have been behind the scenes or whatever that we didn't see, but whatever. And of course, yep, we got Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy. Great disguise. I didn't figure you for a peeping Thomas Wayne Batman. Okay. Moving on from this page. Another time, let's see. The doctors won't know Flash's condition for a few hours. Oh god. Okay. But I guess we got everyone to the hospital in time. So the hospital is probably Gotham General. We at General mentioned. And Gotham City Aquarium right here. Gotham City Aquarium. Got another big squid. We got jellyfish. We got batarangs. They're the wrong batarangs. Those are the BTAS batarangs. I swear to God. We got batarangs. Okay. Nothing else that I see there. The flash is gone, so they gotta get the fash. The fascist squid. Okay, Aquaman. Yeah, it does look like Lois Lane. It's probably because of the purple shirt, I would guess. No fash, no peace. That's the last of the civilians. Blah 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 blah. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Nothing. 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 Jean is using his heat vision again on this glass. And later on an aquarium tank. Ooh. Somebody didn't get the memo. Hey, don't say that. It's just water, you guys. It's all over Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl, too. It won't let me zoom in on that. I think for a reason. Okay, Batman's got his electric, blah, 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 what the heck? Brass knuckles. Yeah, Wonder Woman and Hawkgirl. You know what I'm saying. Objects. Electric brass knuckles. Do brass knuckles have, like, a type of thing that they are? Okay, fist load weapons. Synonyms. Okay, knuckles. Knucks, brass knucks, knuckle busters, knuckle dusters, knuckle daggers, an English punch, a paperweight, or a classic. God, there's so many. I don't want, because they're not necessarily brass. I'm just gonna put electric knuckles. How about that? Is that a Sonic character I should be aware of? We got, yeah. I was gonna make a fash electric knuckles joke. Okay, you're right, Batman. He's headed towards some type of greenhouse. Just some type of greenhouse. Oh, do we have hammerhead sharks back here? We do. I don't know what the other type of shark was, but we definitely have hammerhead sharks. It probably is best to just put, like, whales, sharks, fish, whatever, as the thing, but I'm me. Okay, we got some type of greenhouse. I guess we can just put greenhouse, because it's not really named. Ah, my sea king. You have evolved from Goldeen. I just love my toxic lipstick. Toxic lipstick. I think I noted this in our Poison Ivy notes for the Poison Ivy video that indefinitely pushes further and further into the future. That this was not the clone because why would she need the lipstick? But it really doesn't. There's so many different Poison Ivy continuity twists and turns that it seems like it's all just based on it never being written down anywhere, like when she's a clone, when she's, you know, what kind of powers does she have, where did the powers come from, etc. So nobody ever really just knew. They were just kind of going off what they understood about the character or guessed about the character. Okay. Toxin stays in your bloodstream. Gotham's an island. It's interesting. Poison Ivy says Gotham's an island. I mean, we know it's on the coast, but that's interesting that it, like Manhattan, those kind of things. That might be more of well, I guess we do see. Let me see if I can bring it up. DCAU Gotham City. Where is it? This right here. This whole thing. This little strip. I guess that's what they're talking about. What she's talking about. So anyway, what is she giving him? First, you need to drink up just my toxin stays in your bloodstream. I mean, I guess it's just more of the lipstick toxin. Yeah, I'm sure it is about Gotham being an island. Yeah. Okay. So I'm let's go back to where is it? Objects. I'm gonna do poison ivy toxin because it's in a vial there that time. Okay. What have you done to Aquaman? So here they're saying Batman has like an experimental syringe that can pierce Aquaman's skin. So I have a feeling this is after the enemy below. Batman has an experimental syringe that can pierce Aquaman's skin. Seems to be after the enemy below because the doctors in that episode couldn't do the same. I'm sure it's meant to be after the enemy below anyway because that was his like Justice League introduction. Oh, and of course he has the hook. Oh, and he has the hook. James, you dumbass. There we go. I'm from Saint Dumbass. It's kind of weird that Jean uses heat vision twice here, especially since his counterpart doesn't really use it that often, and Clark's right there in both instances. Oh, yeah, for some reason I was still thinking of the hook, even though I literally read Jean uses heat vision, and I was like, what do you mean he doesn't use it often? Yeah, I don't really know what's up with that. There was a Cartoon Network video game on their website where you could play as John Jones and you could shoot heat vision. There was another, I think it was like a PlayStation game or something. It was a Justice League game of some kind where you shoot heat vision as John. I'm not sure why they did that. He doesn't really use it, yeah. Okay, advanced species is something interesting about poison ivy, but that's already something I've noted in my poison ivy notes, so I don't need to take it again. Atlantis is mentioned. Speaking of Bobby saying he's a hooker, there's for whatever reason we've gotten a huge influx of views over the last few days, couple weeks, on the Return of the Joker censored uncut comparison video. I have no idea why. It's just being recommended to people for some reason. You're currently being watched on a Tesla taking a ferry. I could I would appreciate that, Mac. Anyway, yeah, a lot of people watching the Return of the Joker censor or discovering it lately for whatever reason, and I had to put like a pinned comment at the top about this and a couple other things because there's just like the same like 3 questions or 3 different things that people are commenting about constantly. One of them being that there is a moment where in the flashback segment where Batgirl is showing like a picture of Tim Drake or to the prostitutes that we see in the Ultimate Thrill, and one of them looks like Black Canary, repurposed later as the Black Canary model sheet for Justice League Unlimited, and a lot of people are going like, what? They just censored it because they're lesbians? And I have to comment like, they're prostitutes. That's why it's censored, is because they are prostitutes. And then other people going, what? Black Canary was in this movie? And I'd be like, it was a reused character model. Go watch our Birds of Prey. I've just typed the same sentences so many times by in the comment section. So, I don't know. I felt like bringing that up because you reminded me. They're prostitutes. That's the moral of the story. I don't think there's really anything left here in this issue. Doctor says I'll be out of here in a few days. The doctors say Flash will be out of the hospital in a few days. Yes, that's the thing though, is it doesn't matter. They very well could be lesbian prostitutes, whatever. People are just so upset about this, and there's never like nobody's commenting saying anything like positive about that. It's all just like creepy, weird comments or like very uneducated comments. People are stupid. Where's Bats? Batman, his city, his rules. There's a lot of weird daytime Gotham stuff in this issue, like especially early on here when they're at the beach. You don't see Gotham in like the hot summer daylight very often. It's kind of weird. But okay, that's Just League Adventures number 14. I guess I should have stayed on that so I could show you the next issue. But let's go to World's Finest. It's going to tell me it's not secure because for some reason that changed today. I think they uploaded a few new things to the website, and I think they must have messed something up. But anyway, Just League Adventures number 15 is what we're going on next time. It's the Kanjar Row one. I think the one that we just read, I think, is the... No, actually, I think we've got two more. I don't know why these pictures aren't loading, but the next one we're reading is this Kanjar Row one. Oh, don't you dare. Oh, okay. I thought the internet was going to conk out again. This Kanjar Row one is next. And then after that, we've got Hide and Seek is the name of it. It's Martian Manhunter. There's a traitor within the Justice League. Sounds familiar. I believe number 16 here is the last one that I personally owned as a kid. So after that, it'll be all, issues that I've read once or twice total. So that'll be kind of fun, I think, for me once we get into those. Because so far, all these ones that we've been reading are ones that I had in a big stack that I got on eBay many moons ago when I was like, I don't know, 12. And so it's not they're pretty familiar to me, but I'm looking forward to getting to these ones that I haven't read as much because I think it'll be fun to to read it and to go through the canonicity type stuff for ones that I don't, these ones that we're reading so far we're kind of coming up on like, yeah, I already know what this one's gonna be, blah blah blah. But that'll be fun. All right, well, do we think these two things, I think the Watchtower could have these rooms, and I think Jean could have heat vision in the same way that Superman could have freeze breath, if they want to write him to have freeze breath. So I don't think either of those things really throw it out of canon. The Aquaman thing with New Venice is interesting. It feels like something that wouldn't be correct or whatever you want to say for the cartoon, but I think that one's a pretty safe one. So Justice League Adventures number 15, I didn't remember what it was called, but that's what we're going to be on next time. Whenever someone mentions eBay, I mean, it's like, oh, that shopping website that my mom loved being on all the time when I was a kid instead of one of the biggest online stores. Yeah, I was watching some game show. I had to take my wife's grandma to a couple of doctor's appointments yesterday, and in between them, I just hung out with her at her house, and she just watches game shows constantly. I was watching one, I can't remember what it's called. It's hosted by the lady who used to host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, or does currently. I can't remember. But it's like a word guessing game, kind of like Catchphrase, but in game show form. And the Weird Al song too. But they have like celebrity guests. Often they're like D-level celebrities,
Robin.
or people that aren't doing anything anymore. Thank you, Gray Forever, for following. Anyway, they eBay. eBay was one of the answers, and they're trying to get their team to guess the word. And it was Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe on Friends, was the one trying to get her team to guess the word, and she said like old school shopping website or something. And they were all sitting there like, oh, what was that one called? Oh, like trying to think like pre-eBay even or something. And they're just like, eBay at the last second. Whoa, we got it. Ding, 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 ding. And I was just thinking like, yeah, is that does, I do think of it as an old school, one that, bidding wars going on. It was a big thing in, like 2001, 2002. But, I mean, it's still very much a viable shopping website. I've gotten a bunch of stuff on there. Maddie, I know, has too, because he's very anti-Amazon. Even though we're on Twitch right now, Amazon-owned company, and we often advertise Audible, which is an Amazon product. But, I agree. Fuck Amazon, but I still get plenty of stuff on there, so I'm a hypocrite. Anyway, that's the end of the stream today. That's what I'm gonna leave you with. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming back in that weird little misstep in the middle there. Yeah, exactly. So I'll see you next week. Tomorrow, Ted, the other one, Ted, he is taking the day off. He's on a little vacation. But he'll be back next week, next Wednesday, with The Adventures of Batman and Robin. I think it's the Sega CD version. I can't remember if that's what we decided he's playing. That's the one with the lost episodes, cinematics, or whatever you want to call them. That might not be the one he chose. I think he might have chosen one of the other ones, because there's like 4 or 5 versions of that game. They're all like basically a different game, and I know he's trying to play through all of them at some point, with kind of spacing them out. And then of course this week again on Thursday, like normal, we've got Maddie, more Rise of Sinzu novelization. It is the second to last chapter, the penultimate chapter, you might say, about Sinzu, and then I think the final chapter is about Batman, and then the book is done, and we'll have to figure out what he is reading next. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week. Maddie, I'll see you Thursday. Goodbye.